Consciousness and mindfulness is a very sexy, trendy topic right now. Go on social media, Instagram, and you're seeing how people are practicing more or just being more mindful throughout the day, and therefore are living happier, healthier lives. No different with movement. Consciousness during movement is as important as selectively choosing your thoughts. My name is Dr. Jocelyn Conley. I'm a pelvic floor physical therapist. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can move more mindfully while doing everyday activities like wearing a backpack or taking on and off a shirt, so that you are not cranking and yanking your shoulder while repeatedly, and then therefore can't do the things that you like to do. Someone actually asked me about this because I may have posted something about reaching back in the car. I do this myself. Like if I have a bag in the car and I'm just reaching back, cranking and yanking on the front of my shoulder and then pulling a weighted object in front of me. It's no wonder why my shoulder gets angry. She said that was helpful and wanted to know about what about putting on a blouse or taking on and off a backpack. So that's what we're going to cover in this video. Let's first talk about a backpack. So typically, I'll sling the backpack around, I'll thread my other arm through. But I've noticed that over the years, it's a really uncomfortable movement to like thrust my shoulder forward to loop it through. What's happening here is I'm stiff in certain part of my shoulder. So instead of getting a clean rotation here, I can feel it. I'm tight. I need to work on this. But what's happening, I can't cleanly rotate, so this happens. This is what's called tilting, forward tilting of the shoulder blade, which can put stress or uncomfortable forces on the structures of the front. So the solution, easy solution for that, you just have to take a little extra effort in loosening your strap before putting it on, and I've learned this. Put it on, and then just loosen it from here. When you go to take it off, instead of like wiggling your way out of it, you could put the effort into posteriorly tilting your scapula, but a lot of people don't have that control yet. Instead, just loosen up the straps and take it off like that. Again, the key is this, you want to avoid this movement. Usually that's the aggravating in movement, not always the case, but you could just really be mindful of like keeping your shoulder blade from doing this and rotating through your upper back rather than just your arm. Second is putting on a blouse. We didn't have a blouse here, so we found a jacket, and that is what we're going to start with. So the arm that is affected, the one that is more likely to be aggravated, I recommend putting that through first. So if it's my left, I'd put my left through, and then I would make sure I'm not doing the same thing whenever I am reaching for my other sleeve. So I don't want to do this to get my arm through. I want to keep my chest or the front of my shoulder from doing this weird movement. The other thing you could do is, let's see, it's mainly this like movement impairment that I see. Yeah, you want to avoid anything super tight when your shoulder's hot. And then really you want to work on your shoulder mobility. Last piece of advice for blouses. Okay, so I don't have a button or a jacket here, but what I see in the gym, and sometimes I do it because it looks so much better than doing one of these when you pull your shirt off, is I see people pulling their shirt off like that. So they go from full internal rotation of their part of their shoulder to this like up, and they're still in internal rotation, then they take the shirt off. It's just really hard on certain structures if you're stiff through your shoulder joint. It also, if you're more hypermobile, it's also pretty aggressive on the shoulder joint. So instead, one armpit at a time, pull one arm through, the other arm through, and then bring it over your head. Now, depending on how tight the shirt is, it's not always that easy. So, you know that dreadful like of the fabric? This is a recipe for that. And so you want to keep that in mind when you're buying blouses. I know that isn't the greatest advice, but avoid this. I hope this was helpful in some regard. If not helpful, a little entertaining. If you haven't checked out the video where I talk about reaching in the back of your car, mainly it's working through your thoracic spine to pull rather than just your arm. If you're a postpartum woman, chances are after you had babies, you got stiff through here and really mobile down here. My recommendation is to see a pelvic PT to help you, even if you have shoulder problems, because they are usually linked, because the layer 3 of the pelvic floor is connected to other areas of the deep and outer core. And oftentimes, whenever someone I see for a shoulder problem, if I don't know what their deep core is doing, I can't help them as effectively as I could if I did. So thank you so much for watching. If you know someone that would benefit from watching, please share. Like this if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you have any questions, comment below.